Hello, hello,
Hello,
hello,
hello.
hello, David. I see you made it. And
Yay.
Shannon,
Hi, Shannon.
Shannon. Oh, Shannon, we had such a lovely day on Monday. Or afternoon, I should say.
Is everybody staying warm?
And I had
I
snow pants on all day, pretty much.
am.
And I was warm except for my face going outside. And the wind is picking up, so if I go outside tomorrow, I don't know, I'm wearing a bag over my head. Something.
You need one of those hats. One of those masks.
Yeah, those ski masks, those bank
Yeah.
robber masks.
Yeah.
Walk into the grocery store. Hi, I want some Cheerios. Ugh. Okay. I think we're going to be a small group tonight. And
Hi, Carol.
oh, hi, Carol. And that's okay. But that just means that maybe we don't need to wait as long for people to get on. Uh, so our And this topic was, it's an interesting topic. It comes up all the time.
Hi, Karen.
Yes, Karen's on. And this maybe her? Yeah, this was her topic. I think. I'm pretty
Was
sure.
it?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Oh, now I'm a midget. Okay. Okay, that's whatever. Okay. Da. So, chat people, how are you doing? Are you cold? Are you warm? I hope. Staying warm, if you're in the Chicago area, or is it cold like through all the Midwest? I don't watch TV, so I don't know. Where else is it cold?
I think it's pretty much cold everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think even I looked like right now it's 56 in St. Petersburg. So I mean that's not like us, but for them that's really cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
My boss
Well,
is going to Albuquerque tomorrow and bringing his golf clubs. I had to schedule a tea time for him.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I didn't understand you.
My boss is going to Albuquerque tomorrow,
Oh,
so I have to schedule a tea time for him.
okay. Well, did he bring some gloves? Hat,
He
everything?
brought his clubs.
Gloves. Okay. Okay, so tonight's topic. Oh, you know what? Since we're a small group, especially, we should practice our introducing ourselves. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wendy.
And I'm Lisa.
What else should we say? I'm Karen, and let's see. What do you want to know? I don't know. We got to work on that one.
Well, Lisa or Karen, you do the magic.
Does anybody have any questions
Well,
about us?
we all do. In our own way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, we'll answer questions about us.
Yes. Good point. You want to know anything about us, go ahead and ask. I'm not necessarily going to tell you everything, but you can ask. Wendy will tell you anything. And definitely Lisa will tell you.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll say anything.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty much an open book.
Yeah, so I.
Okay. So tonight's topic, which healing modality should you choose? It seems like sometimes you talk to a Reiki master or a homeopathic doctor or whatever, and especially when they're first trained, they are like so gung-ho. They're all Reiki all the time, or all homeopathy all the time. There's like no room for anything else. And so that can be confusing. But really, it's everything kind of works together. Reiki and homeopathy can work together, and quantum touch, and supplements, and massage therapy, and all those things. So, but it's still interesting to let's explore like more of the intricacies of how all that works. Somebody just called. I just want to hope it's not my son, who we are going to hold in our hearts today, I hope, because he, as we speak, is having, oh, this was him. Hold on. I know this isn't very professional, but I don't have anybody else to answer this. Somebody talk. Somebody talk.
Okay. Well, Sue is wondering how the three of us came together for Immersion into Source. And, you know, the three of us met in another group setting. And I think it was just, let's just call it divine guidance. You know, Karen was just kind of led to say, hey, you guys, let's go. And it just all kind of fell together. I think if she would have initially asked me, do you want to do this webinar with me, I would have said hell no, because it's just really far out of my comfort zone, but I'm having a really good time with it. What about you, Lisa?
Kind of like how we explained last week, it was last week or the week before with the soulmates. I knew when I've known Wendy a little bit longer than I've known Karen. And for me, Wendy and Karen are two of my soulmates, my soul sisters here on this earth. And I knew when I saw Karen, I knew that we were going to do something. I just didn't know what. And it's kind of like that intuitive feeling. I know I'm going to do something. I know they're meant to be in my life. And it's a comfort. It's a comfort. And like they say, you know, you have so many soulmates, you have so many soul sisters, and it's just such a comfort and such an overwhelming love for both of them that, you know, it's funny, we were talking about Valentine's Day and about, you know, about love. And, you know, I love my soul sisters. I know they love me. I have many of them. And it's very comforting. Very comforting, and I just knew I was going to do something with both of them in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But this webinar thingy came up, you know, I knew that I was supposed to do it, but I was first, and so they were part of my guinea pig group to see how it would work, and we did it in person, and then we did it on here, and it's worked great. So, but yeah, I didn't know them. I came and spoke at Lisa's group for something, and then we started talking and realizing we had a lot in common. I think. I don't know if we have anything in common, but there was a connection, and so we just all got along real well, and here we are, and pushing our own envelopes.
Yeah. So, Karen, before we get started, there's two things. One, I want to tell everybody that I have a guest with me tonight, in case you haven't been here before. When I have her, I have my 2-year-old granddaughter that I have to keep by me, so if she gets a little noisy, I'm sorry. But also, Carol is saying that in the last 4 sessions, she isn't feeling things like she usually did, and she's just wondering if there's something blocking her.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask that again, or Wendy, somebody remind me after I say my prayer.
Okay.
And we do the healing part. So Carol, notice, you know, after today's healing session, then comment again, you know, whether anything happened or not. and then we'll go from there. And since we're a relatively small group today, we can certainly do that. And then we'll go into the topic. We keep saying we're going to write down our agenda, and somehow we don't. So I don't have anything in my head. Okay, so everybody, I have my PowerPoint slide ready to roll. I'm sorry, I am a little distracted. That won't take away from the healing part, because that's not me, but I'm a little distracted because my son is having oral surgery right now. I guess it's called, he's getting teeth pulled. I mean, but they're like really, it's his wisdom teeth, and one of them's actually going this way, and I'm a little nervous because, Mom, I want to be there, you know. So my brain isn't connected real well, which actually bodes well for the rest of you, because the more I've noticed, the more loopy I am, the easier the energy flows through me. So that's a good thing. Just, not for me. Or just, it's a good lesson for me. All right. So do we have anybody new? I don't think so. But just for anybody watching on YouTube or anything, we want you to be comfortable. We want you to relax, have nice, slow, deep breaths. Have your spine as straight as possible to maximize flow, and yet be relaxed. So don't hold your spine stiff, but straight and all muscles relaxed. No tight joints or muscles, including the jaw. The jaw is something we, because it's polite to hold your mouth closed, but we want to have the jaw relaxed. And so if your mouth falls open, that's okay. It's good. You can lie down if you want, and have the intention of allowing whatever is to come to you to come. And there it'll be. So whatever you feel, you feel, and if you don't feel, you don't feel. It's all, it goes where it's supposed to go. And if you do feel something that's uncomfortable, perhaps something tight, or a pain of something, or an emotional response that you weren't expecting, let's say, that just means that something is shifting, and breathe with it and allow it to happen. Lisa, Wendy, and I are the only ones on camera, so nobody's going to see you or even hear you. And it's all good. And I had something else to say, and I totally out the brain. All right, so I am going to go off camera because sometimes my body does funky things, and you don't need to see that. And here we go. I'm going to say my prayer, and we'll get started. Oh. I just forgot. See, when I told you about my brain? Okay, there we go. something going on somebody's, the right chest, just under the breast. Breathe through. Okay. All right. Okay. That had distinct segments to it, at least for me. How about you guys?
Okay.
Yeah, I felt the same thing too. It's like there was a series of time where I felt it around my head again, and it was like Saturn rings, but going around. It was pretty cool.
Sure wasn't a fly.
Hey, all right, so Carol wants to know that the last 4 sessions, I haven't felt anything like I usually do. Do I have something holding me back or blocking me?
Okay, is this her response since, is this the second? She was supposed to comment after, wait, asked her to comment after the healing portion
after,
today.
okay.
She posted that at least the first time before the question,
Before.
before. So is
Okay.
this before or after?
That was before.
Okay.
All right, so Carol, post if there's a change if you want. Please do. I'd like to hear.
Okay.
All right, so Shannon said, can we go back to the pet one? What the heck is belly chasing?
Now? I mean, like right now.
Yeah, what is it?
A mouse. Probably not a physical mouse unless you're seeing one, but it's a mouse or some little thing, some little furry thing. Could you imagine being a mouse, a ghost mouse, a spirit mouse, and just causing so much psychological damage to those cats?
Aw.
No. You can't get me. Look, I'm right here.
All right, so Carol said, still not feeling much compared to the past session. Maybe it's more subtle now.
Yeah, and that happens. And again, you know, session to session, person to person, it is going to be different. You're different. I'm different. You know, what happened in your day. You know, it's always going to be different. But I did check in during it, and right in. Oh, this is nice. When I do phone sessions with people, I have to really focus on describing things well because they can't see me. We're on the phone. But right in here.
Lila,
Oops.
Granny needs you to be quiet.
For Carol, right in here, like so. So it's kind of between here and here. Where's my between like so the cheek to here? There is a constriction. So that's the voice, but there's something else. Hold on. So it does affect you speaking your truth, as they say. But that isn't the root issue. There's something behind that manifests or that shows up energetically here. Makes me want to cry, so there's some kind of emotional component to it.
She's saying that she's having thyroid problems.
Okay. And I bet you this is all related. You know, that if there's something out energetically in that area, or that's holding in that area, any organs nearby are going to be affected. And that's a whole big topic, and And that really varies person to person, because you could have a family of siblings, same emotional traumas, through their childhood, maybe the parents this and the neighbors that, whatever, and they'll all manifest in different ways in the people, even though the root cause could be the same. Okay, hold on. Did anybody pass in your life when you were like 3, 4 years old, Carol? Might have even been a neighbor, might have been like a great aunt or something that you never met, but somebody about 3, 4 years old. Okay, does anybody have any other questions? Okay, while she's...
Yeah.
And again, it's tough to go into personal stuff on this. I kind of, this isn't necessarily the best spot to do that.
We do have a question here. Do positive affirmations work? It kind of feels like I'm lying to myself.
Well, that's the thing. Because if you don't believe it, it doesn't work. Because your subconscious is going, that's a crock-a-doo-doo. What are you saying that for? So what you have to do, there's a trick. There is a trick for affirmations. Instead of saying, I am beautiful. I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am beautiful. Say, why am I so beautiful? Or I am calm. Why is it so easy for me to be calm? When you turn it into a question, your subconscious can't argue, because you're saying a question. And so your subconscious is like, oh, okay, all right. And you just keep on saying that question, and then everything goes together. So just change it to a question and see what happens. I mean, still make it a positive thing, but make it a question.
That makes sense.
I like that.
Yeah. She also wants to know if EFT helps release old emotions and beliefs.
Yes. Short answer, yes. But like anything else, any taught modality or individual healer, and by which I mean quantum touch or healing touch or matrix energetics or Reiki or chiropractor or acupuncturist or herbalist or medical doctor for that matter, they can all be taught the same thing, but they're not going to be have the same effectiveness in their practice and what they accomplish with their patients. So same with EFT. It depends on the patient. It depends on the practitioner. There are, if you had a spectrum of energetic healing, just like we have spectrums of colors, you got the Roy G. Biv, the chakra colors that we're familiar with: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. They refer to different. They are associated with different areas in the body, or colors in the rainbow. None of them is better than the other one. But so if we could use that analogy, so in energy healing, there are different depths of energy. So like something like EFT, Reiki is kind of at the shallow end, and that doesn't mean it's the bad end. It's just the shallow end. And if that's what you need, then that's what you need. If you need orange, then you need orange. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with red, but you find what you align with and use that. But if you need something deeper, then there are deeper tools. So yes, it does work. But if it's not working for you at the moment, then perhaps for this situation, whatever your issue you're working with, then try something else. Hello?
That's kind of deep, and you kind of got to think about it a little bit, you know, I think. But I know that, you know, with with theta healing, that's one of the things that we do is we work on people's underlying beliefs. So, and sometimes you got to dig them out because people don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know.
think that's when you know, you got to give more than one healing modality a chance. I have found that I've gone to Reiki, chronic healing, quantum touch, and I have found another one that, for me, I resonate with it better. And I think when you see a practitioner or somebody that has various modalities under their belt, they all start to blend together. It's not just Reiki that you're getting. You're getting Reiki and you're getting a little of this and a little of that and a little of this. Basically, I believe that when you are doing it, you are getting exactly what you need at that moment, at that time. Since we are just the clear conduit, the facilitator, not all the time. However, in some cases, it's just what you need at the time. So you could go to a Reiki practitioner and, you know, after the third session say this just, you know what, I'm not resonating with this anymore. And that's fine because you did get something from those first three healings.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's time to go to the next one. It's time to go to the next one.
So then, optimally, then you would be going to somebody, or not necessarily going to somebody, but you can be doing it yourself. Then you're going deeper. You're digging deeper, and you're going to a deeper area than Reiki or that particular practitioner can reach. So you find a deeper modality, so you go from red to orange, and then you go to yellow, and whatever. We're using colors, numbers, whatever analogy you want to use. Again, not one is better than the other. It's you want to work with the one that aligns with you, and some are, quote, deeper than others. And if you don't need deep, then you don't go deep. If you need deep, you know, sometimes some people, they just want to get their toes wet, or they're only ready to get their toes wet, and then sometimes for some, you just got to jump in the pool.
Yeah. Do healing modalities reveal themselves to you when you need them?
You know, we. So again, what we've talked about before. So it could be that it's showing you don't do this one, or it's saying do this one. So when you, so you're wanting to learn about, or you have an issue, or whatever, and you want to go to somebody. So just work with yourself. Okay, I met, person A, and they do, modality B. How does that feel? Okay, then now person C does modality D. Which one do you feel more drawn to? Because sometimes, we don't only get go that way messages. Sometimes we get don't go that way messages. So you have to see how it feels to you. If it feels uncomfortable, then that's a don't go that way message.
Shannon wants to know, what is the deepest tool?
Butterfly? No. Okay.
That's true.
Butterfly is pretty deep. I am sure there are things that are deeper somewhere. I don't know where. I mean, who does them? But I don't want to be like tooting my own horn. So hold on, let me see if I can get something. There are people trained or that would maybe consider themselves a shaman type, And I'm not talking, these urban shamans, oh, I read some books. And some of those might be really amazing. And again, you don't want to. I don't want to disparage anything or anyone, but it's going to be more somebody who's embraced and owned their own process of healing, not necessarily so much that it's a modality. Does that make sense? Hold on. Yeah, no, it's. They're saying that there are beings, people on the earth that have been gifted with specific gifts. What else? With talents, and those are the ones that have deeper. Everybody's gifted, but there are specific beings that have certain kind of unique talents, and they have the ability to do things that other people can't do. Now, for example, if you're looking for surgery, there is a practice in Hawaii, and I forget what it's called. I don't know if it's restricted just to Hawaii, where they do surgery, with like no tools. I mean, I do energetic surgery, but I don't actually physically cut anybody open. I don't know. They do something pretty unique. I can't think of what it's called. But that is something that's taught, and you learn it from them, from the traditional, their culture. They're saying matrix energetics, if you want something that's quote, organized, that has certified practitioners, that matrix energetics would be something to look into. And I haven't used it, so I don't know.
For the matrix energetics, there is something in this month's conscious community, which used to be the Aspectarian. And I saw an article in the back. They are coming to Chicago, and I want to say maybe at the end of February or the end of March, they have a free seminar on a Friday night.
Okay, well, and I'm sure they travel. I have a girlfriend who does stuff with it, so that's the only reason I would know anything about it. But I don't really know much of like how they do it, or what their thing is. I mean, like Reiki has symbols and quantum touch has breath, and I don't know what they do. Anyway, okay.
All right. So Carol said I traveled 2 hours to see a doctor about IV. I don't know what that is. What is the name of that?
Chelation. IV chelation. Intravenous chelation.
Okay, and had so many roadblocks on the way there, it has made me think that maybe this is not how I should remove my heavy metals.
Were you going for a series? Because I wouldn't do more than one at this point. You need to work on clearing out your liver. And the thing about doing detox is you kind of have to go backwards. Because the liver, that and the gallbladder, they dump into the do they go straight into the colon? Yeah, they must. Straight into the colon. I think, do they go in the small intestine? I don't think so, do they? I don't know. How do I not know that? I know that. Anyway, but if your colon is blocked up, any part of your colon, then you need to get that cleaned up first. So make sure you do a good colon cleanse. Wait 2 weeks, they're saying, 2 weeks. Then do a liver cleanse. Ah, I have such a metal taste in my mouth. Thanks, Carol. um, Salt water. I've never done a saltwater flush. I've done like saltwater, just, tonics. Look up saltwater flush. You can Google it. They're saying that would be good for you. And make sure that the water is at least room temperature. I don't know what the protocol calls for, but for you, it needs to be at least room temperature, if not a little warm. But do a saltwater flush. Okay, actually 3. That's after the colon and the liver. Yes, I have been cleaning my liver. Okay, good. Yes, a series. Okay, all right, yeah. So just do the one for now. Do all that other stuff, and then see where you are before you do some more. Okay, it's too much for your system at this time. Shannon says yes, like an authentic shaman from Peru or something like that, or from Russia or from China. There are authentic, yes. Shaman actually, if I remember this right, is a Russian term that we have kind of decided to use as a global term for native type healers. So, yeah. Yeah, that's like that ayahuasca. I've never done it, but I'm like, if I ever were to do it, I want to go to Colombia or, Peru and do it with an authentic cayadero or something like that. They're called. There are women that do. I want to do it with the women. There's a group of women that do it. I don't want to do it with some white guy that went down there and did it. I want to go and do it for real.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there like certain modalities that would be better for like physical ailments, whereas other ones would be better for emotional ailments?
To the degree that any of them is one or the other. So you can't see my hands. I always do these lovely hand gestures, and you can't see me. I need to pull back, or there's no way to adjust like the zoom. There's no zoom on my camera. So if this was your physical body and this is your emotional body, they're not separate. They're intertwined. So if some issue is all just physical and it has no emotional component, that's one thing. But usually those things are intertwined, and so it's not an either or. It's not an either or question, or your question was either or.
Right.
The answer is it's gray.
Okay.
Well, it's not black or white. It's gray. You have to, and so finding that balance. So if you're eating right all the time, and yet are in unhealthy relationships, or getting picked on by your boss all day, or how healthy can you be? And how many people they're like, oh, so and so, they jogged 37 miles a day, and they only ate green things, and they had 5 gallons of water every day, and blah blah blah. They keeled over from a heart attack. Obviously, they weren't as healthy as they thought they were.
Right.
Maybe they passed all the tests, the physical tests, but and who knows what shows up on their autopsies or whatever. But our emotional health is huge. And when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I mean, that is just there's no there's no getting around that one. So does that answer your question, or do you want more on that?
No, that answered my question fine. I was just, we were talking about Reiki and then some of the other emotional things, and I know we're all connected, but I just didn't know if there was, one that was better than the other. So that's good.
Again, it depends on the person. I mean, like, the work that I do.
Right.
Not everybody's ready for that. I mean, they might benefit from it, but if they're not ready, there's no point.
Right.
So, and I mean, something like Reiki or EFT, or something that is not too crazy. It's kind of calm and seems acceptable. That's a good first step toward moving towards other things. So, and you get benefit from it, surely. And they always report all kinds of stories of all kinds of powerful things that happen. So things do happen, but it is kind of a safe modality. It's kind of a EFT, it can be a little more, but something like Reiki is kind of passive. You just kind of sit there or lay there, and somebody else does it. You don't really do much, except receive, which is what we do here.
Which, in some cases, is a big deal for people who aren't used to, allowing those kinds of things. So that's something.
Yeah. So this is. We were introducing things and hoping things are happening, and but I just had a phone session with somebody yesterday in California, and we've done some pretty deep things over the phone, but there's another piece, and I'm like, I really would like to be in person to do that, because I mean I just would rather. Because there's a lot involved, and trying to do it over the phone, and I mean, it's not that it can't be done, but I would prefer to do it in person. So we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, okay.
Carol's got a question that's for you personally.
Okay.
I have a meeting with you next week. Is there any way that you could see me during the session? Would it help?
Oh, I mean, see her physically during the session? I suppose we could do a Skype session. I haven't done that before, but there's certainly no reason why we couldn't. But we can talk about that after. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll start doing Skype. I don't know. Again, I'm a little. I mean, Wendy's gone to Butterfly, and so I have some of you gone to Butterfly. I mean, sometimes funky things happen to me while I'm working. I don't know if I want that on tape anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Could make for interesting conversation.
So I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Okay. What else? Okay. Any other questions? It helps if there are specific questions, because otherwise I wander into the metaphysical woods and I'm just like admiring all the trees and all the leaves and everything. But you got to tell me which tree you want me to look at, or I'm just going to look at all of them and just kind of report back, oh, yeah, it's beautiful here. You should see it. As opposed to, oh, that tree? All right, let me go over and find that tree, and let me tell you what that tree looks like.
I'm going to go for a walk in that forest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well.
Field trip.
Let's see the candle over there.
So, okay. Oh. Wow, we're already at 7:51. It feels like we've only been doing it on for like 5 minutes.
I know. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. David said thank you so much. Very helpful.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay.
Wonderful. I hope everybody's telling others about them.
Yes. Yeah.
Please.
Spread
the
so
word.
I know we were small today, but that's okay. It's probably the weather, and who knows. Okay, blah, blah, blah. if anybody else, if we don't have any other questions, we'll say goodnight, and I'll go check on my poor kid. I hope he's home now. I'll go see.
We'll send him love and light.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night, Lila. Where are ya? Wave.
Lila, come here. Come here. She's been trying to be quiet. I thought I had my microphone on when I was telling her to be quiet. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Oh, you were very good.
All right, see you later.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Good night.